Welcome to MiniWeb Tool. Today we are putting on our digital detective hats. We're going to solve a mystery that, let's be honest, probably happens to all of us. Who, or what, is actually connected to your network? I'm going to show you how a really simple tool can unmask every single device, giving you a crystal clear map of your digital world and putting you right back in the driver's seat. So, here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with the digital mystery, that feeling of seeing an unknown device on your Wi-Fi. Then we'll get into decoding the unique DNA of your devices. After that, I'll introduce you to the awesome toolkit you need. We'll walk through how to use it, and finally, we'll talk about why this actually matters so much. All right, let's dive right in and set the scene with a mystery I'm sure you've bumped into before. No, seriously, think about it for a second. You log into your router settings, and there's this list of really cryptic names. Android F87B2 or unknown device. Is that your phone, your smart TV, or is it something else entirely? And that's really the heart of the mystery, isn't it? An unrecognized device just pops up, and your mind immediately starts racing. Is that a neighbor who somehow cracked your password? Or maybe it's that new smart bulb you completely forgot you set up last week. Or, could it be something a little more unwelcome? That feeling of uncertainty is exactly what we are going to clear up today. So how do we crack this case? Well, it turns out every single device that connects to a network has its own secret code, a totally unique identifier that tells the story. And that code, that's our key. This secret code has a name. It's called a MAC address. The simplest way to think about it is like a permanent serial number that's burned into the network hardware at the factory. It's like a fingerprint. No two devices on the entire planet have the same one. A really fantastic way to picture it is as the DNA of your network device. Just like your real DNA carries genetic info, a MAC address carries information about its origin, and specifically who the manufacturer is. And here's the biggest clue hidden inside that DNA. The first 6 characters of that long MAC address, they're not random at all. That's what's called the OUI, or Organizationally Unique Identifier. It's a code given exclusively to a specific company. So if you can decode that part, you can figure out who built the device. Okay, so knowing about the OUI is one thing, but how do you actually translate it into plain English? Well, you need the right tool. Let me introduce you to your new digital detective kit. This is it, the MiniWeb tool MAC address lookup. Its whole job is to take that long, confusing string of letters and numbers, that MAC address, and instantly turn it into something you can actually understand. The name of the company that made it. And this thing is super versatile. You can find a manufacturer from a MAC address, obviously, but you can also do it the other way around. Find all the address ranges that belong to a company, like, say, Apple. You don't even need the whole address, just the first 6 characters will do. You can even search by the company's name. And it's all powered by the official IEEE registry. That's the organization that manages all these codes, so you know the info's legit. It's a seriously powerful piece of kit. Alright, so theory is great, but how do you actually use it? Let's walk through it, step by step. It's super easy. First things first, don't even worry about the formatting. Whether your router shows the MAC address with dashes, or colons, or dots, or even no spaces at all, the tool gets it. You just copy and paste whatever you see, and it'll work. That flexibility is what makes this so simple for anyone to use. Okay, so let's take case number 1, finding that mystery device. The process is honestly as simple as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, you find and copy the MAC address from your network list. Step 2, you paste it into the search box on MiniWeb Tool. Remember, even just the first 6 characters is enough. And step 3, you click search. That is literally it. And bam! Instantly, you get your answer. That confusing code like 00-10-FA now translates into something real, like Cisco, or maybe another one tells you it's Apple. All of a sudden, you've got a solid lead. You know that mystery device is your new iPhone, or maybe a piece of networking gear. The first part of the mystery is officially solved. But what if you want to work backwards? Let's look at case number 2. Let's say you want to see all the MAC address prefixes that belong to a certain company. Just type the vendor's name, like Apple, right into the search bar. And don't worry about caps. It's case insensitive. Hit search, and you'll get a whole list of all the OUI ranges registered to that company. This is fantastic if you're doing more in-depth research. So we know what a MAC address is, and we know how to look it up. But let's zoom out for a second. Why is this little piece of knowledge so important? Well, this is where we go from just having information to actually being empowered. Look, this is about so much more than just satisfying your curiosity. When you can identify every single device, you're basically turning the lights on in your digital home. You gain visibility, and with that visibility comes control. That simple lookup could be the thing that helps you spot a neighbor mooching off your Wi-Fi, or worse, something that could compromise your personal data. You're no longer just guessing who's on your connection, you're actively managing your own network security. So let's just recap the big takeaways here. Every network device has that unique MAC address fingerprint. That fingerprint points you directly to who made it. The mini web tool lookup makes this info super simple and accessible for everybody. And most importantly, using this knowledge is your first real step toward having a more secure and a much more understandable home network. And this kind of leaves us with a bigger question to chew on, right? We've just seen how one little identifier can reveal a device's entire origin. It really makes you wonder, in this hyper-connected world we live in, what other hidden stories are our digital devices telling about us every single day? Thanks to the MAC address lookup tool, your personal network doesn't have to be a list of confusing unknowns anymore. It's a space you can actually see, understand, and control. Your digital world just got a whole lot less mysterious. For more tools and insights that help demystify the web, make sure you subscribe to Mini Web Tool. Thanks for joining me.